said
Did a
Triple H was
great
good at
job.
putting the right people in the right spots. You got
Yeah.
Ryan Ward. You got the music. The music is amazing in this era. To me,
Yes.
as a musician, as someone who sometimes writes a song or two, to me, the best era of music in wrestling history. I love it so much. Speaking of interesting music, Solomon Crowe defeated Kalisto with the stretch muffler. We talked about not everybody had the same experience in NXT. Not everybody had, awesome things to say all the time. But without getting into that, I do want to address something that people talk about a lot. You get a lot at NXT. You get guys who just played football, like Baron Corbin. You have to teach them how
Yes.
to. But then other times you have these people with some experience: Kevin Steen, Kenta, Fergal
Yep.
Devitt, and Solomon Crowe. And we hear this term, and maybe you can just dissuade it or confirm it: the WWE style. Like, is that something that when you see someone do something, you go, well, that might have worked for you there, but it's not going to work for you here? Or is that just a
There's
complete
certain things,
misnomer?
but there was no real that's somewhat of a myth that lingers around as a WWE style. There's people do all kinds of different styles there. What I think is the WWE style is what was happening in the mid 2000s, where everybody did the exact same thing, unless you were a top person, because none of the top people ever did the WWE style. The only things they ask you to do is just to be safe and or they may tell you not to do something for your own good, because you're going to end, if you're doing it 16 days a month, you're not going to last very long. But there was a certain group of wrestlers who did what I considered their WWE style, which was sit in a chin lock, come up, hit you 3 times in the stomach, hit the ropes, cut off. It just, but that pretty much changes. There's nobody does the same kind of stuff now.
Right, right.
You might want to believe that, but if you actually watch it, they do their own stuff. They've just adapted it to either be a little bit safer or a little bit, they don't want you doing certain things, or they want you to tell better stories and more understandable, or slow things down so that your audience can understand it. Or so there's a lot of, I really haven't got time to get into that, because everybody's a case by case. There was
Absolutely.
a few things with Sammy, where Sammy came in and it was just, can you not do this so much? And
You're speaking of
he's
Sammy Callahan, Solomon Crowe,
Sammy
not
Callahan,
Sami
yeah,
Zayn, right?
Solomon,
Okay.
yeah,
Just want
Sammy Callahan. I get on really well with Sammy, but there was a few things that just, can you not do that as much? But as far as his wrestling stayed pretty much the same. Or like, there is the thing that, not to overdo certain things, or to just, can you just change that a little bit to fit in here? But it's taking, it's up to you how you want to look at it, right? If you, I've said this before today, I think, but if you go to any job, you've got to work to the company you're working for.